Hello my fellow creators and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Yvette and I am part of the Cat Scrappiness creative crew. Today we're going to make some bright and cheery Christmas cards using some goodies from Cat Scrappiness. Now I will be using some of the paper from the Bright Christmas 1 paper pad, some paper from the Bright Christmas 2 paper pad. I'll also bring in some solid cardstock, some black and some silver. I'm also using the Kim's Snowflake Quilt die, and these were part of the latest release, as well as the Ho 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 with Shadow word die. And then I'm going to bring in this older stamp set. It is the Naughty Christmas stamp set, so that I can add a sentiment on the inside of the cards. Now I will be sure to link all the products I'm using in the description box below, as well as link to Cat Scrappiness. Now I went ahead and cut all my pieces ahead of time, and I cut out my quilt pieces using some of the blue snowflake paper, pink snowflake paper, the blue and pink polka dot, as well as some black cardstock and some silver cardstock. Now when I cut my pattern paper, I did leave the die cut pieces all in order and laid them out on some cardstock so I knew which piece went where. Now, what I'm going to do here is go ahead and grab my frame portion of the die cut and add some double-sided tape to the back. And this will just make it easier when I am placing my different quilt pieces in the frame. So I'm also using some of the black pieces on this card, and then I'm just kind of laying them in and quilting my paper together. Now I'm using this wonderful embellishment pickup tool to help me to pick up and place these tiny quilt pieces. And I gotta tell you, this really saved the day when it came to picking things up quickly and putting them right where I needed them. have a place that I can come home to.
you. Yes, I am on my way. We'll put our differences aside and just enjoy this moment of peace and love and happiness. We come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget.
And now that I have my quilted panel all put together, I'm just deciding what color mat I want to put behind there. And I think I like the black mat the best. So I'm going to go ahead and peel back that double-sided adhesive that I put on the back of the quilt panel. And I'll just peel up opposing corners. And then I'll kind of lay that out on my mat layer. And once I have that right where I want it, I go ahead and press it down on one of the corners that had the release paper pulled from it, and then I pulled the rest. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut out my ho 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 die to put on the bottom of this card panel. And I'm going to go ahead and pull in some of the scraps from the pattern paper to cut out my sentiment from one of these. So for this one, I'm bringing in the pink snowflake scrap of pattern paper, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out that sentiment. Now I also cut out the shadow layer from the silver cardstock, but I don't quite like that shadow on there. I think it looks better with just the sentiment on the black.
When everyone's around to share this holiday. Yes, it's a time of happiness, a time of joy, but now this year is twice as special because I'm hoping for us to fall.
So I'm using my reverse tweezers here to help me hold on to these tiny die cuts as I add some of my Barely Arts craft glue and adhere them to my card panel.
Giving you a smile, I can seem to look away. I might be crazy, but I think you feel it too. Like a vibration right between us with a beautiful two. Could we fall in love in this winter wonderland? Cold night, but warm inside. Already said a little prayer that you will stick around. Is this year I'm really hoping for a kiss under the mistletoe? As hours pass by, all the stars shine much brighter. Or is it just your eyes that have lit something in me?
Now that my panel is complete, I'm going to go ahead and attach it to a white card base.
I don't know what to do. Could we fall in love in this winter wonderland?
And then I'm going to go ahead and bring in these North Star Starlight sequins and add a few to the front of my card. I'm going to go ahead and add sentiment from the Naughty Christmas stamp set, and it reads, "It's the holiday season. Eat whatever you want." And I went ahead and stamped that using some pink ink from my stash.
Snow is falling down. I've been longing for this Christmas when everyone's around to share this holiday.
And then with some of the leftover piece from the pink snowflake, I cut a little strip and made a flag to add to the inside of the card as well. Now, this Kim's Snowflake Quilt die is perfect for using up your scraps. You can just place your scraps on to the quilt die and kind of just maybe put it in the different corners or different areas of the die and cut out different pattern papers and make a collage of pattern papers for your quilt die. Now, here are all the cards I made using the Kim's Snowflake Quilt die. I didn't have any leftover pieces because I used the frames and the insides of all the cardstocks. I cut the pattern paper, the black cardstock, and the silver cardstock. So I made 8 cards in total, and that's just bringing me a little bit closer to my goal of 400 cards for my annual Christmas donation. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribed to my YouTube channel or followed me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye.
The Christmas is a magic day. This year I'll think about how I'm so lucky to have a place that I